Hi, today I want to share with you what I consider to be some real secret of long-term success and wealth. People often associate money with success. So having loads of money means you're ultra successful, and often that comes with great power. So people who are successful have money and they have power. Now, even though I coach businesses on creating more money, I don't actually equate having money with success. Strange, right? My name is Stephen Ko, and I'm an author and founder of Business Marketing Technology Institute, where we help entrepreneurs like you make more money, have more fun, and gain more time to do what you love. Now, to me, money is useful. It's super useful, but it is not going to solve all your problem. It is a magnifier of both positive and the negative aspect of your life. So, for example, if you got a relationship problem, if you currently have communication problem with your people, with your family, if you have emotional problem of controlling yourself, having a lot of money is just going to magnify your problem. Okay, it's not going to make you better. In fact, you've actually more things to worry about when you have a lot of money. Okay, where's the evidence in that? So there are countless examples where people got extraordinarily wealthy, but they're divorced, for example. Their kids don't get along, they argue over money all the time. There's a bit of infighting. In fact, I've heard of one family, two sons, before their father actually took his last breath, were fighting over inheritance on his deathbed. Okay, that's happened. And then what else? Lotto winners. How sustainable are their wealth? In terms of wealth, do they have a lot blessing? I mean, how good are they able to retain wealth? And the history show, you can Google it for yourself. There's plenty of examples where having won a lottery just creates fractures. People get divorced. They don't speak to the family anymore because their family all of a sudden see that you've got all this money, why aren't you sharing with them? They come and borrow money and they don't give it back. And then they become almost they're apprehensive of their family contacting them. So to me, long-term success is really built on much more than just wealth. There is so much more about success than just money and then just about power. What is the foundational to long-term success? First, hope. If you don't have hope for future, if you don't have hope for opportunities, there is no success really, because you will not do anything. You don't invest in anything. You wouldn't take action on anything because you're not hopeful for better opportunity. Even if opportunity is right in front of you, staring you in the eyes, you wouldn't recognize it because you don't have a hope for the future. Anything that helps you build your hope for the future is going to provide you for your long-term success, because things that come down the track, for you to take advantage of it, you really need to believe that it is actually going to be successful. You need to take a punt. You need to take a chance. You need to take risk. So if you don't have hope for the future, that is something that you'll get in the way of you being successful. And to build your hope, you need to find meaning and purpose in what you do. Why do you do what you do? Why? There has to be a greater meaning and purpose. Okay. So Viktor Frankl, in his book about the Holocaust and how he survived the Holocaust, it's really all about the hope and the meaning that all the suffering has an ultimate meaning somehow, despite what he's going through. If you can have hope in that, if you have meaning and purpose in what you do, if you can give meaning and purpose to your staff, to the people you associate with, you can inspire them. You can help them work harder. You can help them realize what they're doing is not just a chore, and then help them go beyond what they think they're capable of. The second aspect, in very vital foundation to long-term success, is faith. Without faith, there is no success. To be successful, you need faith from other people on you. You need people to believe in you. So if you're starting a business, if you don't have friends, you don't have family that believe in what you do, you're not surrounding with people who believe in you, it's a very lonely journey. The first setback, you can probably talk yourself out of it, overcome it. But when you have friends and family to support you through those setbacks, it's inspiring. It will really help you get on your way to long-term success. So having faith from others in you, it's not only going to help you overcome obstacles, it also requires for you to even get funding, right? You need funding. Sometimes we need to borrow money from a bank. We need to have investors believe in us. So having that faith from others is a critical factor to long-term success. You need to have faith in others. You need to have faith in other people, because without that, you'll never delegate, because you don't believe anyone else can do it as good as you. You believe that people are here to rip you off. You believe that nonsensical things like that. And what that means is you have to do everything yourself, and you can only go so far when you do it on your own. So you need to have faith in others. You need to have faith that in your ability to create value for your customers. You need to have faith in your ability that what you create will be valued by the market. There's no guarantees in life. That's something that you just have to take a leap of faith. When I'm creating this video, I'm having faith that this video will be of value to somebody on this planet. That's why I'm doing this. Without that, why am I even doing this? It will only last so long. If I'm just lying to myself about this, how sustainable is that? So faith in my ability to create value. And last but not the least, LOVE, love. So love of people. Why you do what you do. If you don't do it out of love for people, your intent to serve, your intent to really bring value for their life, to make their life better, you're only in it for money. Sooner or later, people see through that. They see through that. We're so clever at recognizing fakes. If you're not genuine about your love of people and wanting to serve your customers and people, and in a genuine way, people see through that. You only get so far. There will be no long-term success. You need to have love of God, a higher power, higher institution, a love for your country, someone greater than just your immediate circle, your friends and yourself. Why is that? Because that gives you a sense of guidance. It gives you a sense of what is true north from your perspective. When nobody's watching, what do? What's your sense of value? When you have love for a greater being, you will have love for God. When no one's watching, you still abide by that sense of value. And that is definition of character. You do what is necessary. You do the difficult job even when nobody is watching. So we're seeing people with great success, like Tiger Woods. A lot of money, a lot of power, super talented golfer, but he lacked a sense of a love for a greater being, and he lacked a sense of character, and that is ultimately his downfall, and that really affected his wealth. Lastly, you need to have love for yourself. If you don't love yourself, you cannot love others. Okay? If you don't love yourself, you become needy. You'll be drawing in rather than giving out. You need to love yourself, be graceful for yourself, forgive yourself, and love yourself, and build upon yourself so that it's not about you anymore, it's about you providing for others. So love for yourself is again super vital for long-term success. So where's the evidence for all these? Hope, faith, and love. Why are these such a fundamental aspect? Why do I believe it to be important for your personal long-term wealth and success? So in China, there's a dynasty of business people. We call them Jingshang. Jingshang has built a business dynasty. They're a group of business people from Shanxi province, and they built an empire that lasted almost 500 years, so hundreds of years. And they really built a lot of their business around the principle of hope, faith, and love. Let me give you an example. So love, okay, so let's start there. So love, they have a policy that any of their business within the partner, if you're made a partner within the business, you are not allowed to visit a brothel. you are not allowed to have more than one wife, and you're not allowed to take in concubines. They treasure your love for your wife and your family as one of the key secret to their success. This is directly in contradiction to people around that area. Wealthy people, particularly in those areas, generally take multiple wives. They womanize, they take concubines. But this dynasty of business people has family law or business law within their business empire that they can only have one wife. That's love for family. They believe when you have multiple love interests, it creates division. When you have division, you have infighting. When you have infighting, you lose money, you lose your wealth. And that's how they sustain the dynasty for hundreds of years. One single wife. Their faith. One thing that you may know, when you go and buy 100 grams of tea from a shop, they give you 100 grams. If you buy from Jingshang, when the tea traders, they give you 110 grams. Why is that? Because they believe that they will account for transportation wear and tear. So if you buy 110 grams, 100 grams, they give you 110 just in case some bits fallen off the brick, the tea brick, or some wear and tear happened that you didn't get exactly 100 grams. They will want to make sure that you will never get less than what you pay for. That is faith. Their faith in their customer. In short term, that I might be taking a slight loss, but in the long term, you will believe in me, and that will have long-term success. So that's faith for the future. That's faith in the humanity. They have hope. For 100 years, so this is hundreds of years ago, before modern day planes, right? They were trading overseas. In fact, they have branches in Russia, in New York, in London. This is hundreds of years before majority of business in China actually started trading overseas. That you see Chinese company overseas, they've been doing it for hundreds of years. So this concept of hope, faith, and love work. It worked tremendously well. And that's why I emphasize these things as the foundation to success. It's not just about money. If you're really interested in creating long-term success for yourself and your family, abide by this foundation and you'll be right. I hope this video has been useful to you, and please put your questions and comments below. I'll personally answer your questions. I hope you enjoyed the video and I've added value to your business. I look forward to serving you in the near future. Until then, count your blessings, grow your mind, and go make this world a better place. Take care.